Hello and welcome to this tutorial on provider functions. At the completion of this course, you should be able to perform the following tasks. View your schedule for current and future appointments. Navigate the primary areas within the patient file. Perform a chart review and medication reconciliation. Review vital signs and nursing notes. Document an encounter note. Order medications for e-prescribing or printing. And add diagnosis and billing for visit charges. We have a lot to learn, so let's get started. Please note each section of the course has timestamps in the notes so that you can skip sections you have mastered and review again areas that need refreshers. Please log in to Apotheka with your provided credentials. For security reasons, we do not recommend having your internet browser save your password. Your login provided allows complete access within your security level and should be handled carefully to ensure patient privacy. When you log into the system, you will default to your dashboard. Here you are able to view your appointments, patients, providers, and hospital. To view your clinic schedule, select Calendar located on the left Activity tab. Here you are able to view your current as well as future scheduled appointments in one convenient location. To view your current day schedule, click the Flowboard tab on the left Activity tab. Once in the Flowboard, you can view your active patient schedule and appointment status. Here you can easily see displayed the reason for visit and your current cycle time. By clicking the patient's name, you can enter the chart to review several different items, which we will explore now. Upon entering the chart, you will see the billing balances appearing in red text in the upper corner of the patient's face sheet. Below the billing balances, we will navigate how to review pertinent information for several sections within the chart. The first tab within the face sheet is the Demographics section. Under the Demographics tab, you can view basic information under the Who and Contact sections. Under the Choices tab, patient authorizations relating to HIPAA, communication preferences, information sharing, immunization registries, and online portals live here. The Employer tab shows employment and occupation information. The Stats tab allows you to view special considerations such as financial review, need for interpreter, or other social concerns. The Miscellaneous tab allows documentation of living status to be updated as necessary. The Guardian tab allows for minors or patients who require a power of attorney or custodian of health to be documented. Here, you are able to input the information on the necessary party so that you're able to facilitate communication with the proper individual. The Messages tab allows you to view your current inbox messages regarding the patient and also messages sent to others. Here you can also place an FYI comment. Patient Reminders allow you to set a reminder for yourself for variables within the patient's care that may be due. The Labs tab will populate current lab work performed. The Vitals tab will populate complete vital signs from current visit encounter. You can also view vital sign trends by clicking the graph below. The Clinical Reminders tab will populate any health maintenance items that are applicable to the patient. The Appointment tab shows current day and future appointments. We can see Margaret's appointment for today, as well as an upcoming preventative care service appointment on September 28th. The Medical Problems tab shows the current diagnosis. To add a new diagnosis, simply click the teal charting icon. This will expand the section and show you the diagnosis as well as the ICD-9 or ICD-10 diagnosis code association. Remember, when adding diagnosis to the chart, specificity is always best. We recommend that you use ICD-10 codes whenever available. To add a new diagnosis to the system, click the green box in the upper left-hand corner labeled Add. This will open up a new display box called Add New Issue. You can choose to title the diagnosis as you would like, but we recommend only adding diagnosis by the coding selection. Adding the diagnosis this way gives you the additional benefit of linking the ICD-9 or ICD-10 diagnosis code with the description. Let's try it out. On our patient, it has not yet been coded for their history of allergies. To add this diagnosis, we will double-click the coding section, which will open the coding menu. The system defaults to code in ICD-9, but in the interest of specificity, let's switch it to ICD-10. If you are familiar with the diagnosis codes, you can free text your selection into the search box and it will populate the diagnosis. If you're not, you can type in a brief description to search qualifying codes. I am going to type into the search box allergic rhinitis and press enter. We are given several diagnoses with varying degrees of specificity. For our scenario, our patient has allergies due to cats and dogs. We will now double-click our selection. You will notice the selection becomes bold when it is activated. Once it is bold, please go to your upper right-hand corner and click Close. This will bring you back to your previous coding screen. Choose Close again. This will return you to the Add New Issue screen with the populated diagnosis description as well as the coding. If this were the initial diagnosis, you can add the begin date of today to the description, then click Save to apply your selection. You will now see under the medical problems list your new diagnosis of allergic rhinitis due to animal hair and dander and the start date of today. We will now use the back button located in the upper left-hand corner to return to the face sheet. Our next face sheet tab is the Allergies section. Please notice all allergies are listed in red to draw your attention prior to prescribing. To add a new allergy, simply click the teal charting square located in the upper right-hand corner of the Allergies section. The process is similar to adding a medical problem, but let's review. When we open the Allergies tab, we see that our patient Margaret has an allergy to codeine. After speaking with her, she let you know she had a terrible reaction to contrast dye during a CT scan 2 years ago. Let's add her contrast allergy to her list. In the upper left-hand corner, we will again click the Add button. Some common allergies are listed in the allergy type box for faster reference, but let's utilize the coding section again for the proper diagnosis code. Double-click the empty box labeled Coding. This will open up the coding menu and we will again switch the coding type to ICD-10. Please note the box labeled Include Inactive. The system defaults this unclicked so that you are not using archived diagnosis codes. You are free to switch this if you like. We will again be going to the search box and typing in allergy to find our selection by pressing enter. Let's look for an allergy on our list that is the correct description of a contrast dye allergy. Here we see on the second page of the description, radiographic dye allergy status. Perfect! Let's choose this and add to our allergy diagnosis list. Double-click and you will see the selection turn bold. Choose the Close button, which will bring us back to the main code section. Note the allergy is in the title and click the Save to capture your selection. Now choose the Back button to navigate back to the face sheet. Our patient has allergic rhinitis and needs Flonase added to her medication list. She is also due for a prescription, so we will perform both of these items in one step. To do this, we will go to the Prescription tab and double-click the teal charting icon. Click Add and type in the medication. Add your necessary information. And let's give 3 refills. Here you will see Add to Medication List. Choose this selection. Our provider has approved medication substitutions, so we will choose Substitution Allowed as well. Scroll up and click Save. Finally done to complete your addition. To start your visit encounter, click the Clinical tab. Here, you are able to view all of the documentation options available for this encounter type. We will perform the review of systems by checks in the Visit dropdown. There are two options available for documenting review of systems. You can choose to check your options as demonstrated or free text if you prefer. After you have completed documenting, click Save to capture your selections and return to the previous screen. To document your visit note, return to the Clinical tab and choose the SOAP Note function. This section is free text, so document as you wish, and once completed, select Save to save your notations. To review any documentation that has been performed during the visit, choose the Expand All selection in the upper left-hand corner of your encounter screen. This allows you the opportunity to review all charting and make any corrections before signing off your visit. To add any patient instructions, return to the Clinical section and use the Clinical Instructions subfield. You are free to write any specific instructions that are required of the patient and choose Save to capture your selection. To enter visit charges, click the Administrative tab and select Fee Sheets. Our patient is established, so let's choose the green Smart button marked Established Patients. Here we will add our visit charges and click OK to save our selection. Your charges will appear under the green review box. To associate a diagnosis, type a small description in the provided search box and click Search. Just above the Coding tab are the search results. Choose your selection from the list. The diagnosis will now populate under the billing code. Review your selections, and once you are satisfied, choose Save to capture your billing charges. To sign off your encounter, you will need to review and sign off each individual section. This allows you the opportunity to provide one last quality check before the chart is signed off electronically. To sign your note, you will choose the e-sign option and enter your system password. If necessary, there is the ability to issue an addendum to capture additional documentation. The best practice is to capture documentation without the use of addenda as much as possible. If an addenda is required, it will have an additional timestamp. We will complete the remainder of our signatures and log off. This completes our provider tutorial. Thank you for your time and your dedication to excellence in patient care.